This afternoon between the United States and Czechoslovakia. Ian's the only one round here who remembers watching the States the last time they appeared in the World Cup back in 1950. In fact, he covered it for ITV. So here's a rundown of the American Soccer A-League 1990 from Gary Newbon.
As the United States players landed in Port of Spain last November, 40 years of being in the soccer wilderness was about to end. Paul CALIGIURI scoring the most important goal in recent American soccer history to book their passage to Italy. They may now be walking on Italian soil, but as far as football goes, they still have to arrive on the international scene. Nevertheless, the players are amazed at the interest being shown in them at the moment.
It's somewhat overwhelming for us. I don't think any of our players really understand the magnitude of what we've gotten ourselves into in being in the World Cup, especially here in Italy. The fans and the people of Italy are very fanatical, very passionate people. And they've placed a lot of attention on our team, obviously, because the first time we've appeared in the World Cup, and again, we're going to host the World Cup in 1994. But we're trying to take it all in stride and trying to take everything that is thrown towards us in stride.
The American coach, Bob Gansler, is being kept pretty busy answering questions about unusual training methods. Games of handball have left the Italian press wide-eyed. Gansler prefers to address himself to the long-term future.
I think it's very important that we're here. The visibility, the chance for credibility are very important. But I don't think it's a do-or-die kind of a situation, and the game will not disappear in the United States based on what we do here.
The Americans delighted their fans with a 2-1 win over Finland in the States earlier this year. Beaten by the Soviet Union in a far more severe test, their inexperience was evident. Their confidence, though, remains sky high.
We feel that we're ready to go right now, and it really doesn't matter anymore. We don't have a say as to who we're going to play anymore. The teams have been picked, and we've got to go out and do a job. And we're professional athletes, and I think the professional athlete, even the Olympic athlete in the United States, really takes a lot of pride when they play for the U.S., and I think we're going to surprise a lot of people.
Well, Rodney Marsh, there's the question. Will they surprise a lot of people?
Well, they're very fit, very strong. They're very, very good in the air at both ends of the field. But I think they're a little bit naive, and they give the ball away in desperate situations sometimes that gets them in trouble. But it's the year of the underdog, so I'm rooting for the USA, and I think they'll get a result today.
Is there anyone you would pick out in particular that we should be looking for?
Well, the two forward players, Vermes up front and Wijnaldum, are two good players. Bruce Murray coming from deep is a good player. And the boy Trichy, who plays for me, central defender, comes up on corner kicks for headers, and that's where they're good. They're good on set plays, and they work a lot on headed attempts at goal.
Mm-hmm. What's the enthusiasm like within the team? And you get the impression that they're sort of loving it, but...
It's unbelievable. The whole country has gone mad, and the team is enthusiastic, and I don't think they realise where they are. They don't realise the pressure that's on them, and they're going to go out and run around and play and enjoy themselves, and good luck to them.
Right, Rodney, for the time being, thanks a lot. The match, what, late 70s?
Yeah, mid to late 70s, it was enormous. Beckenbauer, Pelé, and Giorgio Chignali, and all the great English players came over, but there was no second level of play. There was no young players playing, and that's, you know, after the first 4 or 5 years, it all died a death.
Is this you in action here?
Yes, it's me making the winning goal against the Cosmos in front of 55,000 people in Tampa Stadium, and it was great in those days. It was marvellous. Big crowds, enormous crowds, and great players. But as I say, there was no second level of play, so there was no kids coming through to play after the superstars left, and you had a big void, and the league folded.
What gates do you get now, Rodney, there?
Anything from 3, 4, 5, 6,000 people. It's very much second or third division of England right now.
What do you actually play in now?
Well, the name of the new league is the American Soccer League, and it's really for young American players. There's a lot of young American college players playing there. Very few, if you will, stars from Europe or South America, and it's a grassroots, come back to the game type project, and it's working. It's working.
That's where all these boys have come from. It's playing today.
That's exactly right, Ian. A lot of these players today are actually